Hey there, it's Juliana. I'm so excited. We've been working with the Jewel Loom by Beadalon for a while now, and you may remember that I taped an original how-to video to show you how to get started and how to create an affinity band. And so many of you are doing that. I'm so excited. It's really cool to see what you have made. Now, since I've been playing around with the Jewel Loom, I have found a couple of things myself, quicker, easier little tips that I wanted to share with you. So in the beginning, I showed you how to warp your threads by tying off on the left-hand button. Well, this time I want to talk a little bit more about those buttons and how you can use all of them to get started. So as I mentioned in the original how-to video for the Jewel Loom, we talked about starting your project by tying your thread to the top left button. And what I have discovered is that you can really utilize all 6 buttons that are on your Jewel Loom. So let's just define what that button is. So right here on the top left, this is what I refer to as a button. And there are these buttons on both the tops and the bottom of your Jewel Loom. Now, in addition to those 4, if I turn it over, you'll see that I've also designed it so that there's a little button on the back, and again, you've got one on the top and the bottom. Now, what I found was that when you are making a single project, like a bracelet, for instance, and say you just need 7 warped threads, I found that it's much easier to start by tying off with your Wildfire on the back button. So remember, before you get started, you always want to put in the rod because that creates the tension. And then again, just so you understand, I tied off at that little back button, and now I'm just going to start to warp my threads, and I'm just finding the grooves, wrapping around those buttons, and then following the particular directions for an affinity band. I'm going to be skipping a groove because I'm working with a size 8 bead. Now, when I finish with that, I'll tie off at the back button and just let me bring in the finished loom. It's going to look like this. And you can tell on the back, here's where I started. I tied off, did my warp threads, went all the way around, and then tied off here. So this is going to help you also save some material and some time. And I just found it to be easy, and I really wanted to let you know that you could tie off on any one of these 6 buttons. So have fun.